I'm your host, Jared, and we are going over some pretty interesting DC Comics news that came out recently. First and foremost, we're going over the new Snyder Cut trailer, which was released yesterday. It's pretty much, for the most part, the same as the trailer for that was released during DC Fandom, except there's more stuff in there. Which, hey, I'm all for it because it's like, oh yeah, because I've been waiting for this movie for like 3 years. I'm sure we've all been waiting for this movie for a long time. And ju- I just want them to keep sending out content. Let's keep seeing this. Let's keep seeing this. All right, so we have a new look at Darkseid. We also have a new look at Steppenwolf. So that's before. This is the old Steppenwolf. This is after. The much cooler version of Steppenwolf. It's right here. Look at that armor. Although a little bit of bad news is that we learned that as of yet, Zach does not necessarily see a possibility of a Justice League 2. I mean, as he says here, the bridge is far away. It would be amazing if it happens, but he's not really. But he's fine with it if this is it. I get the feeling that if this is popular, Warner Brothers is probably going to come up and like, hey, do you want a season 2? Because it was also announced that it's going to be 6 parts and it's going to have an epilogue, which I think is pretty freaking dope. So anyway, let's see. All right, so that's it for that. The story is coming in 2021 on HBO Max. That's pretty sweet. I love the Steppenwolf design. I have wanted to see that for so long. This looks like this is one of the coolest things that it could have added besides seeing Darkseid right there. All right, next. So there was another round of firings happening uh, at DC Comics because Warner Brothers is going through just. I mean, Warner Media is going and AT&T are going through like trimming the fat. So we had another round of firings, and as Ethan Van Sciver indicates, is that he has unconfirmed sources that it could be that DC could be shutting down the comic producing arm, the actual paper comics part in 2021. Honestly, I'm not so sure about that. I feel like I mean, I think right now what we're seeing is DC like trying to trim down like how many comics it publishes because let me put it this way, DC and Marvel publish way too many comics in terms of like all these different character books that aren't even popular. I mean, we saw previously earlier in the year they had that mass cancellation when they canceled like so many books. A lot of them were not selling. So, I mean, I think this is really just coming down to the fact that DC is and Warner is just trying to figure out where they are in this post-coronavirus world because what's trying to do, they're trying to figure out how we can make money, which is fine because they're a company, they want to make money. They have to figure out where best to devote their energies. We'll see what's going on. So next, we have DC also announced that Yaara Flora, the future state Wonder Woman, is getting her own CW series and comic series. This I'm actually really excited about because, I feel like she was one of the breakout characters of Future State when it was released because of the character design. Now, this could this could turn out badly for DC. What I mean is, so here's the problem with announcing a comic book series and a TV series. In other words, devoting resources to a character whose comic hasn't even come out yet. Because what eventually happens in this case is that you could have a character that's super terrible. Now, I'm not saying that Yara Flores is going to be a terrible character. I haven't really seen anything. But what I'm saying is that you're running the risk of it being a very unpopular character, and then you have devoted all these resources to this character. I mean, all they're going off of is the fan reaction to her new design, which I gotta admit, I love all the future state designs. They look amazing, like really cool. But particularly it's Batman. I'm liking this tactical Batman. Tactical Batman. I also like the Fox Batman. That one looks really cool. But anyway, so yeah, she has a pretty cool design, and she's gonna have her own comic book series in addition to having her own CW TV series. My question is, what's going on with Donna Troy and Cassie Sandsmark? I mean, what could happen? I mean, so Donna Troy is on Titans, and this could introduce Cassie Sandsmark later on. But what I think is gonna happen, what I think could happen, is that she'll just is that because her book is going to be called Wonder Girl. So is that what I'm thinking is that when they start the Wonder Girl book, that it could be like a book about three characters, which is Yaara Flora, Wonder Girl. I mean Donna Troy and Cassie Sandsmark. All three of them, because all three of them have had that type of I'm trying to find the right word for this. Yeah, mantle. It's like you had like the Robin War story. It could be like they're all going to compete over who is the real Wonder Girl. I think that'd be a good storyline. But I'm pretty excited to see this new character. I mean, she's those of you that have been following the show and me for a while know I'm a big fan of Wonder Woman. I'm just glad she's not going to be replacing Diana Prince as Wonder Woman, so I'm cool with that. I'm cool with having all these cool characters, just as long as it doesn't like say, okay, so you can't, so you have to accept her as Wonder Woman permanently, like what they did with All New, All Different Marvel. I thought was a big mistake. All right, going on to Wonder Woman 1984 news. So apparently, it was announced today that Wonder Woman 1984 will be released on HBO Max the same day it's released in theaters for no extra cost. So pretty much, you'll be able to either go to see in the movie theaters, or you could actually just watch it on TV, so on HBO Max, which I think that's great. I think they're doing a lot better than Disney in that Disney charged you $30 to watch Mulan, where Wonder Woman's coming for free. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's actually really cool, really great idea. It's coming. Yeah, it's coming December 25th, 2020. Yeah, 2020. So we'll just be able to watch it immediately. So what we could do is we're definitely going to be doing a couple of reaction episodes to the movie and talking about it, obviously without spoilers. But yeah, yeah, it says here, unlike Mulan, Wonder Woman 1984 won't cost anything beyond the monthly subscription fee. So no matter what, we're going to be able to watch this movie. HBO Max subscribers will have the opportunity to watch the film directly from home. The streaming service costs $15 a month, blah, blah, blah. I think it's a great idea. It's a way to get people to hop on HBO Max. Plus, with this coronavirus, this way you kind of mitigate the people not going to see it in theaters because those people could not feel comfortable because of the virus. So what you really have here is the best of both worlds. And I get the feeling, my co-host was talking about this too, is that this could be the future where they release it on streaming and online and in the theaters for those people that want the theater experience, and for those people that don't necessarily feel comfortable going to movie theaters. All right, so we got some great stories going down. This is great information, and I'm really excited to see the future of DC Comics. Let's see what else. Okay, now, and once again, I just want to address this one more time. I don't think DC Comics is shutting down. I feel like what's gonna happen is, all we're seeing right now is the company like trimming down the fat and getting rid of all the stuff that doesn't sell anymore. Like a lot of their firings were the people that created books that didn't sell. Plus, when you have plus when you think about it, this sounds kind of weird as saying it, but if AT&T and Warner are going to start making movies and TV series about this, they need the source material, which is right here. You have the source material. And in order to keep it fresh with fresh ideas, they're going to have to keep replenishing that source material. So personally, I think it's just going to stay. I mean, it's not going to stay the way it is. They're going to significantly shrink down DC and to the number of books. There's probably about a dozen to 2 dozen books per month. And then Marvel is probably going to experience the same dramatic drop. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before that happens, and then we'll see what happens with Marvel. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll have more content coming on the YouTube channel soon. I'm just still trying to get everything all set up for that one. Anyway, stay heroic.